Well, hello there, Mavericks. This is Rob Reinhold. It is May 11th, 2023, and let's get into it. The market has been churning for a while now, and we've been pointing out that this market is continuing to just churn. So today we got a little bit of a sell-off in the Dow, and that really was all about Disney. So let's go over some news here. Disney did miss subscriber estimates in their earnings report, disappointed the street. Disney did tumble 9% today. Now that is definitely going to put a little bit of a hurt on the Dow, as it's a price-weighted index. The larger the price, the more it actually hurts the index. But outside of that, what we saw was a fairly mixed market, but commodities and interest rate stocks got hammered. And we're going to take a look at the regional bank index, but it's looking very weak again, signaling some potential danger signs and warnings for the market. So the Dow went down 0.2%, but take a look at the S&P, basically flat. The Nasdaq was actually up. Google had a fantastic day, breaking out to some highs after a high base. Small cap stocks, Russell 2000 down about 0.75%. Oil is down now to $71 a barrel. It looks like there's no floor at the moment for it. And gold simply is in a trading range as well, above 2,000. So the market internals today were about 2/3 declining stocks to every 1/3 going up. That's not a really nasty day. And you can see, and as you can see, just a little bit more than half the stocks are trading below a 50-day moving average. That doesn't surprise us when we come to this chart. We've talked about this chart many times. We've said over the last couple weeks, we don't think this market is going anywhere. And take a look at these last candles. It is telling us, hey, you're right. This market isn't going anywhere. This is a high base. So we do think the next move is likely going to be to the upside. But until then, we think there is going to be some churn. And if we take a look at this KRE, this is the regional bank ETF, you can see it is about to break to new lows. If this breaks to new lows, I don't think the market can ignore it. I think the market is going to sell off a little bit because of it. Take a look at where we are in our range. We're up near the upper third of our range, all the way down to 405 is the bottom of range. I don't think we go all the way back down to 405, but I think if this regional bank index goes lower, we probably just sink down into the bottom third of this range. Right now, we're near the top of the third. I think we just go down near the bottom of the third. Ultimately, I don't think we're going anywhere at all, anytime soon. Here's the heat map. I talked about Google. Killer day today. Amazon, Tesla, great days. Everything else, salt and pepper. It's pretty much neutral across the board. Our outlook is a +1, meaning we are so mildly bullish, both on the week and on the month. We think, if anything, the market goes slightly higher, but ultimately we think this market is sideways. We've been talking about making sure that most of your trades are fairly neutral in the options world. Make sure that, hey, they're not asking it to go too much. But let's take a look at some potential trades here. These are some of the trades from our Wednesday midweek session. And I really like this one, Mondelez. This is a stock that is completely ignored, that the market has been in a sideways range. It totally ignored it when it was going down. And you can see, look at these candles. We had a run from 72 all the way up to 78. We had a breakout and run from 72 all the way up to 78. And look at the price action. No one has been selling, and it's just been creeping higher. This is telling you that this stock does not want to go down. It wants to go up. I think 80 is the most you can ask for this thing to do. That's the most. So we're basically asking this thing to go up 2 points. So I think something like a 78.80 bull call spread, 78.80 diagonal call spread makes some sense. There's a lot of things you can do with this stock, but it looks like it wants to stay strong. On the sideways front, let's take a look at Costco. Now, Costco has roughly been trading between 485 at the bottom of the range up to about 510. Right now, we're creeping up a little bit, but you can see every time it creeps up a little bit, it goes down a little bit, creeps up. So ultimately, we could have a little run up to one of these points, but we think it's going to stay in this range. So I think 500 is your midpoint for a butterfly. If you want to go with a condor, I think 495 and 505 is your point. Go out a week, maybe 2 weeks. I think this stock's going to be right around here at the end of that time period. I do have to say I'm finding a bit better shorts than longs here. This is Bay Corp. And you can see this is one of the regional banks absolutely in trouble. Now remember, the XLF, the financials ETF, took a big fall and then it crept higher. That's where the XLF is right now if you were to overlay it. You can see this thing never had the bounce. It never had the optimism. It just had pessimism. And now we are breaking down at a little bear rally. I think 16 is a nice target on this one. If you do want to be aggressive on a short, I think the regional banks are the only place to do it. This is ctlt, Catalent. Bad news, we love these kind of stocks. It was already in a downtrend, had bad news, it broke. Recovered a little bit, broke again. There's no reason this thing is going to come back up. It always could, but I like a 30-35 bear call spread on this. Give yourself plenty of time. You're asking this thing to move down about 12%. So I think you need to go out into June for this one here. Let's talk about tomorrow. Markets are going sideways. We have a famous saying at Maverick, and I'm going to keep saying it. Trade the market in front of you. Right now, this market is not great for directional trading. If you are buying aggressive calls and puts, you are doing the wrong thing. This is not long calls, long puts kind of price action. This is condors, butterflies, diagonal call and put spreads. That's it. You cannot ask for your stocks to go very far. Rounding up the week, we have the import price index tomorrow. No one cares about that one, so you could ignore that. And earnings are pretty much over. So we think we are going to be seeing sideways price action for the foreseeable future. That's fine. It's not exciting trading. We're not going to be hooping and hollering, but let's just grind it out while we're here. And when the market changes and does something, we will simply adjust our trading to follow it. Thank you so much for joining me. Everyone have a great day and happy trading.